Oh yeah, I saw it twice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I saw it Thursday night and then again Friday night. And I want to go again, man. It's awesome.
Yeah.
You guys
Hey,
haven't
you
seen
can
it?
come at 1:15.
Yeah.
Crap, maybe I do want to.
Ooh.
I have work.
Yeah.
I gotta do stuff. stuff.
Aw.
Hey, internet. Welcome to the playback reviews Fear the Walking Dead, episode 5 of season 2. I'm Hector. That's Marina Mastros right there.
Yes, hello, and this is our guest for today, Jake Jabbour.
Hi.
You have notes, Jake?
Who took notes about the episode, so he's already way ahead of the game.
That is adorable. Overall thoughts, guys. What do you guys think of this episode? It was entitled Captive, is what it was called.
Okay, this one and the last one, the last two, I'm getting on board.
Okay.
Like, because they're
Boat
doing...
fun.
They're just shooting it better structurally.
Okay.
So again, they did that same opening of last time where they show you like the process of something happening.
Cooking.
And you don't know where it is, you don't know what's going on, which, inherently intrigues the viewer, or at least me. And, again, stuff happened at least in this episode. So we stabbed someone and we shot people last time, which is great. And this time, again, like, at least decisions were made and events occurred, which is, like, such a low bar. But they set the bar so low that now I'm like, yeah, all right! Like,
Jake, what do you think? Overall thoughts?
I liked the last 5 minutes.
Yeah. Me too.
I thought that was fun. It was like really fun.
It was like stupid and shouldn't have worked, but I was
yeah,
also,
it made the least sense.
I was also like glad that it did work because of that low bar of like, well, something's happening.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess. They
It's
tricked
just-
him. That's
Yeah.
that's definitely my brother's body
I mean,
from the neck down. So
they both happened to put bags over their heads.
I wrote
Right.
that down. Did they agree to bag their heads?
Okay, so put a bag over my brother's
Yep,
head.
yeah,
and I'll
I
put
will,
a bag over.
As long as you put a bag on, yeah.
Because there is no reason, right? It's
No.
not like
No.
you're taking
No,
them to a
no,
location they
yeah, they were
aren't
just-
allowed to know where it is.
Oh my god, you just told me how stupid that was. Yeah, that's so dumb.
I think it was, well, if it were me, it was just to make them easier to manipulate.
To move around when you're
So they're
covered.
not trying to, because
Escape.
they could try to headbutt you or whatever.
Mhm.
So it's just to make them more pliable or docile, I would think.
I think we're just so used to seeing what's it called? Exchanges like like prisoner exchanges, and they always have bags over their head. And we were just like,
They're just like,
okay,
yeah,
normal.
okay.
Yeah, but it's usually because they're like coming from a location.
I know, and there was
Yeah.
no reason for
And
that.
both
yeah.
those bags were exactly the same. Right?
Yeah,
So
like
there's
before they came out, it's like, do you have do you have any extra bags? We forgot ours.
They're like-
Yeah!
perfect
Okay.
head bags.
Here's
well,
your
also,
guy.
they
Perfect head bags.
they made, yeah, I know, right? Like, do they have potato sacks?
They look like it,
Yeah.
which is not a thing. I guess maybe on a boat you have a
Yeah,
potato
maybe.
sack.
They also asked, or Connor, I guess, asked, not until I see that my brother's okay. Which is like, why would you say that? Because they didn't ask, not until I see that Trevor's okay. What's his name? Travis?
Travis.
Yeah, like they didn't ask the same question. So it was just like, it was just part of the script to make it them be like, uh-oh, he's not okay, uh-oh.
Right. That's
Yeah.
You're right.
Because you wouldn't act, like they're not, it was like obvious that Travis was okay, So why ask? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
it's just pointing out the dumb thing. I didn't like this. I mean, this one and last week, I guess things are happening, and it's this thing where I'm asking myself, I'm like, I guess I like this character the most because they're doing something. I guess I like Nick the most because he's got crazy Heath Ledger Joker hair,
Yeah.
and he's cleaning a gun,
Yeah.
and the mom's like, you're getting comfortable with that.
Yeah.
Foreshadow, and he's like, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
But I'm like, well, at least he's gonna do something
Yeah.
with a gun, like.
She was right though when she's like way less annoying this episode.
Yeah,
she
she
was
does
right.
stuff.
She was like, you can't go because you want to go, which is like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because he's gonna go in there, guns blazing, and try to like do something or make something
Be a hero.
happen. And
I know.
it's like, no, you just want to get the guy and get out of there.
What else was on your notes, Jake?
Yeah,
Well, I
Jake.
made notes of the characters.
Okay, great.
Yeah, that comfortable with the gun thing, I thought.
Yeah, I wrote it down.
Shouldn't he get comfortable with a gun? Isn't
Yes,
that how people
yeah.
Well,
shoot themselves when it's like...
I
By
think
accident.
that the point of this show is that some characters are still holding on to like
Society.
the society in the old world and like let's just get to a safe place and let's be
Yeah.
a family. And other characters are always more reluctant to, or rather quick to go, nope, this is the end of the world
Yeah.
situation. We have to learn how to kill people.
Yeah.
We have to learn how to do this. So I think that's what's happening.
Well, I had that question is like, it feels like it's already so fast.
I know.
Yeah.
We've been talking about that.
Yeah.
It's already now just The Walking Dead, right?
Yeah, but on the
it
West
is.
Coast.
It is. Yeah.
So that's kind of a bummer.
Yep.
And I wrote like, Last Man on Earth is like the other side of that spectrum where it's all a comedy.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is like, and it's like, I know this is based off of like the original stories or whatever, which are dark, but it seems like it would be fun to have like a middle ground. Well, yeah, or not like. Isn't there a middle ground? Like, isn't there people who are dealing with this in a way that like they're not super confident when they've been captured and like they're menacing and people have conversations about like Jack and Alicia had so many dumb conversations
that I wanted
about,
Alicia to get killed. I was like, I
Yeah.
hope this guy kills her.
He's
I don't
like,
care
pick
about
a
him.
boat, and she's like, isn't that the way it's always been? It's like, who talks?
Yeah.
Like-
Nobody talks like that.
You could use some like Tarantino dialogue or something. Like, I just want to
Yeah.
hear somebody talk about.
Yeah.
Or just talk like you would if you were two teenagers post-apocalypse.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're still two teenagers.
yeah,
Yeah.
they would be like, do you want to kill this boat? No. Do you want to kill this boat? No, I don't want to kill any boat. Well, you got to kill a boat. Like, that's what you would say if you were two teenagers in a post-apocalyptic whatever.
Yeah.
But they were like, waxing philosophical, and it's like, I don't think so. And also, sorry, I'm skipping right to the end,
Go for it.
where he was like, you're gonna go back to your family?
Yeah, I'm like,
she was
you're
like,
an idiot.
Yeah, and it's like, what
Yeah.
choice?
Yeah.
Like, her response would have been like, yeah, you think I'm a fucking idiot? That's
Yeah.
my family.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna run off with you on a boat when my family is sitting there. It's been 5 minutes since I was with my family. Why would I dump my family?
Yeah.
They were
Really
with.
stupid.
I left them an hour ago.
Really
Like,
stupid. And then when the guy, before he got killed by the kid
Yeah.
with the gun, was trying to tell the kid, you don't look like your mom.
Yeah,
You
like,
don't look like
what?
your... It's like, first of all, how do you know?
Yeah.
And secondly,
Yeah.
like, they're just going to abandon you. You know why? Because you're not their biological son. It's
Yeah,
like,
like, what is
fuck off, buddy. Like, that was so...
And also, and he doesn't know because I look nothing like my biological dad.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
Yeah, it's true.
So he could have
He's
just been
very
like,
white.
yeah, like
absolutely.
everybody is like, oh, your niece, like, and people assume I'm his niece, and it's like, no, you don't need, like, just because they're an interracial couple,
I
that
know.
could absolutely be her biological son. Like,
I don't like the teenage. I don't ever
Yeah,
enjoy
oh,
a
please,
teenage
please.
storyline.
This is what
that's
I was
why we
talking about
had you
last
on-
week,
That's why we had you on the show,
yeah,
Jake. Get into
yeah,
it.
get into
Yeah,
it.
I don't like it. I don't care how teenagers deal with anything. Like,
Because they're bad people.
yeah, they just don't have enough knowledge. It's like not fun to watch somebody who is like, yeah, that actually seems realistic for Jack to be like, don't go with your family, stay with me. Like, that's what teenagers do, is like, I'll love you forever. But it's like, we all know that that's dumb and not real.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm not interested in what a teenager thinks of the apocalypse. Like,
Yeah.
I would much rather watch a bunch of old people deal with the
Oh,
apocalypse.
that'd
Yeah.
be great.
Like Dale from The Walking Dead, and then they killed him off. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, a
Stupid
bunch.
Dale.
Yeah.
No, Dale wasn't old enough. He was just like some middle-aged guy who had too many opinions.
In the apocalypse, he was on the older side.
Sure, but like I would, but to your point, I would love to see like an actual bunch of like really old,
Yeah.
elderly people who either have guns and don't give a fuck, or they're just like ugh, and then they just
yeah.
die.
I guess I just want. I want more of an A to C from the original Walking Dead. which
Yeah,
is
yeah,
like-
yeah.
It's trying to course correct itself into familiar territory. I literally wrote down another prisoner exchange.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
How many of those have we seen in The Walking Dead?
Yeah.
I've got one of your people.
And
You can-
this season,
and I'm like, it's been again from the timeline of Fear the Walking Dead a month and some change
Yeah.
since the apocalypse went
Yeah.
down. Do you guys remember what we were doing a month ago? The exact same thing we're doing right now. Like our lives would not. I don't buy that it would change that drastically.
Yeah.
I have a hard time buying that people on this coast in
Yeah.
this scenario. again, The Walking Dead it's different.
Yeah.
It's different groups of characters. They show you that society completely crumbled.
Yeah.
The cities were gone.
Yeah.
And then you start getting into people like
then
the governor
you start-
and Negan, and it's like, I'm a badass and this has to survive. Again, the West Coast, it's like it didn't take that opportunity to show how did that society crumble,
Yeah.
and instead we're just treated to characters that are automatically cooking things in a little boat,
Yeah.
and they're just pure evil. They're
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
unrealistically evil.
They're skipping the wrong parts.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
they're skipping ahead to like, well, let's just skip to the governor, or let's just skip
Yeah.
to the
But
other
on
guy.
a
Yeah,
boat and in a
I know.
different
Right.
locale.
But it's like he's not that evil. He
Mhm.
already has 12 people working for him.
Mhm.
Like, why would they?
Two brothers boats?
Yeah,
Like-
and that kid, that teenager who seems like a fairly reasonable human.
Jack, yeah.
Yeah, like Connor is dead, and he's like, "Well, I'm gonna stay on this boat," and it's like, "No, you could just go with your
Connor died.
new girlfriend." Like,
Yeah.
Both of
What are
those
you gonna
brothers
do?
are toast.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
I would. It's very dumb. Like I would love to see, I guess, pirate Walking Dead, but I
Right.
don't want to see like the beginnings of a pirate Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
it is that thing of like I would again take me 50 years after this apocalypse where like I'll watch Waterworld
Yeah.
with
With zombies.
zombies. Yeah. Like
Or
that
Mad
would
Max with zombies.
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
but it's like they skip too quick. Like I just don't. I guess that's sort of the overall idea is that like humanity is savage and cruel, but it's like
not yet.
not
after a
everybody,
week.
not everyone. Like
Yeah.
show me
Yeah.
people who are like really, like everyone is dying. Why? Like there's nobody who's taking a more like we got to work together approach. Like
Yeah.
everybody is like this is
There's
it. We're
there's
toast.
like no Bernie Sanders in this world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody is just like straight up Donald Trump. Like we gotta
Yeah.
do this,
Yep.
we gotta do that, we gotta build a wall, we gotta do this. It's
Yeah,
just
And
like,
it's like I'd rather see the more interesting story of like
Yeah.
how somebody else would approach it.
mhm,
Also, lots of boys with long hair.
mhm,
All the
That-
boys have long hair.
mhm.
Well, they don't have access to haircuts.
I think they all had that long hair before the apocalypse.
Oh,
and then they
yeah.
just kinda
Like
wearing it.
Jack, even that Jack guy had like a
Mhm.
weird.
He had a cool like shaved, and then like I liked it. It was cool.
Mm.
Yeah, I just think like
Not as
You're
cool.
like whatever.
Not as cool as Bucky's long hair in Captain America: Civil War. Great movie.
Can you please talk about who's not the Chris, the kid who shot him? Is that Chris?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Can you please talk about Chris because I fucking hate Chris.
Oh, he's the worst.
yeah,
He felt
I
for
wanted
that, that
him
he shot
to-
a guy because he was like talking.
Yeah.
Because
also,
he felt
don't.
guilty.
Yeah. Don't leave Chris in charge of the prisoner.
Absolutely.
yeah.
But he's a teenager, so please.
They also he felt bad about screwing things up,
Yeah.
so he shot that guy, and then immediately was like, "Oh, did I ruin things again?" It was like he knew that he
Yeah.
had fucked up a set. It's like your mistake wasn't not shooting someone. Like you can't correct your mistake
Yeah.
by now shooting someone. Your mistake was like not acting logically.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
and then he did it a second time, and everybody was cool with it. Like they were like, "It's okay." It's like, no, it's not. It's
Yeah.
not okay.
The Mexican dad guy was like, nothing is done. Nothing is done. So let's just put a bag on his head and do Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah.
And like that shouldn't have worked. That shouldn't have worked at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I will. I didn't mind that because I was like, I can't believe they haven't Weekended Bernie's.
Yeah.
Weekended at Bernie's yet. Like in all the Walking Dead
Yeah.
and this, like, how have they not
Yeah.
Weekended at
You
Bernie's
have a
yet?
reanimated corpse. I
Yeah,
know,
like-
it's easier. You don't have to even hold him
Yeah,
up.
you don't
It's
even.
easier
Yeah,
to
it was
do.
like this was like he shouldn't have shot him, but this was like honestly a better scenario than having to like walk him up with a thing in
Sure.
his chest because he would have been like, oh, you fucked up my brother.
My brother's
bang.
dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
So unintentionally and not to his credit
That's
at
true.
all. But I was like, yeah, give me at least a Weekend at Bernie. Like use these zombies in like a
Yeah,
sort of comical way.
To go off of your point, like I need the parents of Chris to sit him down and be like, "You're messing up a lot. Let's be better parents. We're sorry.
Yeah,
like this
yeah.
is what's happening.
Yeah.
Don't worry about. You didn't shoot a pregnant woman.
Yeah.
What do you like?
Yeah, Chris, or what's
Relax.
his name? The other long hair.
Yeah.
Nick.
Nick, he was
"I
like,
wouldn't
yeah,
shoot
of
a-"
course you didn't.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Calm down.
Well, I need more of that. I need
Yeah,
more of that
yeah.
to try to reach out to this kid, or
just sit
kill
him
him
down
off.
and be like, you're the worst. Don't
Yeah.
touch anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
just stop.
I also wouldn't mind seeing like an hour that is just like non-stop panic. Like
Yeah,
an
yeah.
hour of like
Yeah.
at the
Yeah,
end.
great.
Alicia is talking to Jack while her mom is like kicking a guy in the head. Like she's like, it's like, I don't think this is where you have that talk. Your family is fighting a zombie and some henchmen, and it's like, just go. Like,
she wouldn't even stop to have that stupid conversation.
It was so polite, and it was like, I think that's one thing we can let go of in this new world. Like, we might have to, like, pick a different hill to die on, not like the social nicety of like a person you met on the sea. Like,
and also, if she liked him that much, why didn't she just be like, come with us?
Yeah, exactly.
The whole scene, aside from being like, oh, maybe help your mom so she doesn't die, but being like, if you really like him that much and he has helped you, just be like, just come with us, dude.
This is done. That
I'm
guy's
about
dead.
to slide off this boat. Just
that
come slide off the boat.
terrible, very non-threatening villain guy at all is dead.
Yeah.
And his dumb brother's also dead. Let's go.
Yeah.
We have a boat.
I hated those guys. I want to see somebody panicked when they're captured. And some, like, with a thing sticking out.
Like pee themselves.
That's my problem with The Walking Dead, too. Is, like, everybody thinks they have the upper hand. It's like...
What if you don't?
Didn't any of us learn that, like, zombies took over? Clearly, overconfidence has been a problem.
Also, why didn't she... Again, I'm a monster... But when she was fighting the pregnant lady, I was like, she's gonna stab her in the neck with that knife in her pocket. And then she just like wrestled her through the ground and locked her in a thing. And I was like, no! I would have absolutely stabbed a pregnant woman in the neck with my knife.
The woman
like,
that
please.
The show needs to like go harder.
Yeah, go harder.
I need zombies to be scary again.
Yeah.
Those are the two things I want.
That's good.
Is to shake it up, kill some people, go harder,
Yeah.
and then have zombies be scary again.
Yeah, I think like have some weird, right? Like, I don't know where you go, but like...
Oh my god, go to zombie-infested Mexico.
Yeah.
That would be crazy. Like, what? Like, let's get there already. What does that mean? Before we run into another group of people on another boat or another island or some other, distraction. Let's just get to Mexico.
And
how does
like,
Mexico deal with this?
We don't have enough money for more than 2 people. And I was like, who is running a border that requires you to bribe them?
Exactly.
At this point?
Exactly. I was like, well, Mexico would have that.
Nobody is...
But...
I mean, if anywhere in Mexico would have it, but they're not. They're all dead. They're all zombies.
It seems like people abandon money immediately.
Yeah, money is the last thing that you need in this.
It's what you need. Water. You
so
need water,
dumb.
and you need So that's gonna be stupid.
I also don't like that they keep doing people's past. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't think you can do both. You can't say like everything has changed and people's past matters. Isn't that like
true?
It's like I don't. Daniel?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Have they explicitly said what he was?
Yeah, he was the is he Mexican? No, he's
who?
The
is
dad?
It Strands?
The Latino dad?
No, he said that he went through, I forget where, I think they're like El Salvadorian or something.
Yeah, they're not Mexican.
They never been to Mexico because they went through Tijuana once when they came to the US and then they stayed in LA.
They're from some other country, but basically he was like the Saeed of this group. He was like a torturer basically.
Yeah, and it's like, great, that's all I don't care what your past was. That's like the exciting thing about this is it like you get to start over. I don't need to go we already went back to the beginning of the apocalypse. I don't need to go back before then I'm just watching like Life in Pieces or something.
Or
show.
Lost. Or it's trying to replicate Lost.
Yeah,
and it's like that show needed, because that ended up being about mythology, and you needed to learn about these characters before they crashed on this island because it all had to do with why they crashed on the island. That was part of the whole premise of the show. You're saying, this should just be like a clean slate, start over, brand new, go forward.
I also think you need more of that like Breaking Bad approach to problem solving, where it's like, if somebody's gonna do something bad, it's got to be fueled by motivation. Like, his whole motivation through that series was like, I have cancer, I have a family, I need to take care of them. And he was like pushed to do awful things. And it's like, this is like, not, I don't buy any of those like, those decisions people are making. Like, the kid to shoot the guy, it's like, and the problem solving of like, in the RV in Breaking Bad, where they like put them in that RV and then had to figure out how to get them out of there. Is like, they ended up there because they ran, like, it all made sense rather than like, they just keep like pushing themselves to directions of zombies. It's like, I guess I need more of a goal for the protagonists rather than like, because they are surviving.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's like,
Why don't they just stay on the boat and float around forever?
yeah, there's just like it's not as a recognizable goal, and you don't have antagonists. Like
Right.
you keep having to put new ones on who have this. It's like
the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Not just for this season, but for the original Walking Dead show. And it's like, do different antagonists. Do completely different things.
Yeah. But again, to summarize, for me at least, you guys are so sad.
Yeah.
Because for me, the bar was set so low.
Yeah.
These last 2 episodes, I was like, all right.
Yeah.
Looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Stuff's going
I
down.
like that last 5 minutes. I like
Yeah.
Madison like doing
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
Like
me
if
too.
I would like to watch a series to like watch someone like her, like it would be crazy, but if she rose to like a Negan type character, like
Madison.
that, which is essentially Breaking Bad, I guess, of like taking it. But it's
Yeah.
like that's what I want to see.
Yeah,
I want to
yeah.
see that transformation, but I think you got to do it quicker.
I think Travis running into Alex, the woman that was cut, was like not a good enough payoff. I'm like, well, that sucks.
Oh,
like
She
Yeah.
just talked to him for a
Yeah,
bit.
exactly,
They just
exactly.
had
I'm
a
like,
conversation.
I thought that when we talked about it before, when she was cutting the raft, I'm like, she's gonna come back as a villain.
Oh, really?
And
Yeah.
that's what I was kind of thinking.
I was surprised. Good. Yeah. I was like, genuinely, I was like, oh, he's in trouble now.
Yeah,
and
but
then
then, like,
he's in for a good talking
a
to.
good tongue lashing.
Yeah.
Young man, Travis, you messed up. So that sucked.
Yeah.
Wait, how did he get away from her? Wait, what happened?
Her deal was that she was like, I asked for you as my like compensation or whatever, and I was like, oh, she's gonna fuck him up. And then she didn't. She had a strong talking to with him, and then she walked away. And then they came to get him for the prisoner
And we
exchange.
don't know where
and
she
now we
was?
don't know where she is. She's just somewhere.
Yeah, there was a couple times too after he shot that guy and then ran away, and then they came down the same hallway and they're like, "Where is he?" And he's like, "He shot him and left." It's like you guys didn't pass each other. Or like I guess I don't know how big a yacht is, but it
I
seems
guess
like
yachts are big.
yeah.
There's another thing we learn every week. We learn a new thing
Yeah.
about boats.
Yeah.
Boat
Yeah,
life that I
we
didn't know.
don't really know anything about that boat stuff. So if
yeah.
you know about that boat stuff,
Yeah, what's
please.
that called?
Maritime. Yeah.
law.
It's
Law.
maritime law.
Please tell us about maritime law.
Yeah.
All right.
How about that headbutt last
Oh, that was great.
I can't even remember the headbutt. Who headbutted
Travis
who?
Travis
headbutted
was-
that guy. He
had
had his hands
tied,
behind back
and a
he
guy
was like,
came at him and he
Cool.
headbutted
that
him.
was great.
Just like
Yeah.
the zombies that were like this, offering their head
Yeah.
to then get hit in the head.
I thought that was great. At least Madison was kicking the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Because always they show the woman just like being to the side, like, go get him. And it's like, no, you would kick him. You would like do something.
Last thing before we wrap up, and I
Yeah.
want everybody, if you're watching this, put in your comments who's your favorite character still after
Yeah.
each episode.
Oh yeah.
I think my favorite is still just Nick
Yeah.
with the gun and being comfortable with the
Yeah,
gun.
me too, I think.
I like Nick. I like
Okay.
Strand.
Oh, he's the
I
worst.
like, I said
Worst.
I said Strand last time, but all he did this time was like
Same.
drink tea and
Exactly.
do nothing.
Yeah.
So.
He was another. I mean, like, I guess I like him for the thing that I don't like about that show is like he's near death and he's still negotiating
Yeah.
with such confidence. It's like you bought yourself half a day. It's
Yeah.
like to do what?
Yeah.
You're half dead and you have one other guy and you all are agreeing to take on far more villains than you. Like,
Yeah.
I think you don't have a lot of play.
What's your plan, Strand? Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that's it. That's our
2 votes for
review.
Nick, 1 vote for Strand.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's fair. I give
Yeah.
this episode like a 6.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty
Oh,
high.
That's not
Okay.
bad.
Out
Is
of
5
how many?
average? 10. Is 5 average? I give it like
No,
a
for this
5.5.
for this show, the average score
It's-
for this show is like a 3.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
But
this,
so
okay.
this
well,
is
then
like
this is
a-
like a 3.5.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
I would give this one a 6, and last time a 6.
All right. There we go.
I
Because
changed it
it's-
to Madison.
Oh, okay, got
Favorite
it.
character?
Yeah.
All right.
Nice. Give it a score. 1 to 10.
4, 4.5.
Pretty good. We're gonna keep watching this
All
show.
right.
We don't
Thanks
know
for
why.
having me.
Thanks for being on our show, Jake.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Jake.
thanks for having me.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys later. We'll probably
Okay.
have other guests and stuff, and then maybe Jake will come back.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
We'll see. Okay.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.